octaves that are very often used in Gypsy Jazz. They're very popular, and they can be confusing sometimes, but they're a really good skill to learn. For example, end of Django's minor swing solo, or end of After You've Gone. So the thing is, I suggest you start practicing the octaves where the lower note is on the E string. So we are on the A note here on the E string. We're muting the next string, the A string, and we're playing the octave here with the third finger. So you go 2 frets up and then across 2 strings. I suggest you start practicing here because it's the easiest to mute them. Alright? So with the first finger you're muting the next string. And the other strings are muted also with the first finger actually. Okay, and then you have the same thing on the A string. It's also quite easy because you can mute the E string with your also first finger, and then the first finger is also muting the next string, and the third finger is playing the octave. Okay, so after getting comfortable with this, you can move to playing octaves from the D string. Alright, so the thing is, it's the same. The first finger is muting the next string, the string under, but the octave here is now half a fret up. So you have here, but here you have the octave half a fret up. The reason is because all the intervals between the empty strings on the guitar are perfect fourths, except for the G and B. That's a major third. So that's why if you play on the D string, if you try to play an octave the same like you played on the E and A string, you get this. The top note is half a note lower, so you have to play to get the octave. And the same thing if you're playing it on the G string. The bottom strings you're muting with your second finger. Okay, so this takes some time to get used to in order to get a clean tone. But you can concentrate on hitting only these 3 strings. In the beginning, and then afterwards you can mute this if you want to hit across all the strings. Okay, so from the E string, these are the octaves. From the A string is the same, but from the D you have this half a note difference, so it's a half fret higher, the top note. It will take some time for you to for this to become comfortable, to feel comfortable. So practice it slowly because you have to understand what's happening. Are you, for example, pressing this finger that's supposed only to mute? Maybe it's pressing more. You know that you're getting all sorts of other notes. So it takes time to get used to. Okay, I hope this was helpful and that you will go on practicing your octaves. Be patient, do it properly, so you really get the feeling in your left hand of what is muted, what is not, and in your right hand which strings you're hitting also. And once you get to the point where you can perfectly mute everything, you know, then you don't need to really care about the right hand, because you can hit across all the strings. Thank you very much. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Ciao.